Hello friends, I'm Dr. Tamim. I'm joined here with Dr. Nasir. So we are here with all the toppers of this year and looking forward to getting some valuable tips for all of you so that next year you can benefit by listening to some of their suggestions. So please introduce yourself one by one. Tell about your rank. Please come. Start with you.
Myself, Sai Ajay. I am from Mysore Medical College. I secured a rank of 80 in this NEET PG exam.
Fantastic. How does it feel?
It's unbelievable, sir.
Great. Next. Please come.
Hi everyone, this is Abdul Majid K from BMCI. I secured a rank around 860. I just want to give a suggestion that everyone is working hard, everyone is putting their effort, everyone is doing what they are doing, 12 hours of reading, everything is the same going. It's all that matters is during your last 10 days and how you take it, because that time everyone will be having the self-doubt and everything. People will give up. Just don't do it. If you are you should be confident enough. You should be trusting yourself. And even during the exams, the 3.5 hours is what matters. Just this all years you build on to get those conceptual things. Okay, just make sure you don't go wrong. Be confident in your answers and do the same. That's all.
I think
Thank
so.
you.
One very valuable tip is कि last revision phase is very critical.
sir.
People give up around that time by
Yes, sir,
stress.
yes, sir.
So very good point. Please come.
Myself, Karthik J. I am from Bangalore Medical College. I secured rank 155 in this NEET PG. One thing I would like to tell is try to constrict yourself to the notes and previous year questions because running behind more content will backfire for you, because as less as possible you should read and also remember it more. So that would be my suggestion.
So all of these are our face-to-face batch students, and they feel face-to-face is far better than reading through an app. And I think concise notes is what he's trying to suggest. So a very valuable tip is you don't run behind multiple sources, and because Telegram is now full of all the material you can think of. Just what is required for the exams, and that also to revise it will be very difficult. So I think the more crisp, the more concise it is, the better it will be. So very nice. Please come. Nasir, he also says.
Hello everyone, I'm Anagha CB. I'm from BGS Gyms. I secured a rank of 790 in this NEET PG. All I want to suggest is consistency is the key to success. So everyone will start studying from the starting, but a very few of them will reach the target. So even though you study very less every day, but you should do it every day. So that is the key, and do the same thing again and again. That's what matters. So just stick to your notes and the PYQs, and if you're able to do minimum 2 to 3 revisions, not the readings. One is the reading and 2 to 3 revisions. I think everyone will be able to succeed in this exam. Thank you.
Great.
Like you said, consistency matters
sir.
matters a lot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 100% right. I want to know
Yes, sir.
from the end of coaching
Yes, sir.
till the exam,
Yes, sir.
how many days went without reading anything in your life?
So,
Like you didn't read anything at all, like that even a single day went like that or not?
So I didn't take more than half a day break.
Okay.
Everyone will need breaks in between, but I didn't take more than half a day of break. At least I used to make sure minimum 3 to 4 hours I used to give during my bad days, worst of the worst days. And I remember that you had told in one of your sessions that minimum 4 hours should be you should study in your worst days. So everyone will have bad and the worst days during the preparations. You cannot study 10 to 12 hours every single day. But make sure you're in touch with the notes and PYQs every single day. At least half an hour to 40 minutes of PYQs every day before going to bed. I think that is the key I used
Okay,
the
nice.
best. Thank you, sir.
Please come.
Myself, Gnanesh Vayan. I studied from KIMS Hubli. I secured a rank of 343 in this NEET PG 2023. One thing I have to say is be confident, stick to notes, and give your 100%. And then result will come.
You said stick to notes. What did you study other than notes? Class notes?
Nothing.
No, you would have studied something, no?
No, but what I feel
I did PYQ, sir.
Okay.
Then class notes.
I think
Okay,
class
only
notes
class
are
notes and PYQs.
extensive, right? And they cover everything.
It's enough.
And your rank is?
343.
Okay, class notes and only PYQs. And he is saying he studied nothing other than class notes, but still his score is 343. Actually, class notes are not just enough, according to me, more than enough. And he
Class notes and PYQs.
yeah, and he proved it. Yeah.
Yeah, please come.
Hi, I'm Dr. Akshay from Karwar Institute of Medical Sciences, Karwar, and I secured a rank of 551 in the recently conducted NEET PG 2023. All I would like to say is, yes, studying is required, and I'm sure you know the importance of studying for an exam. So apart from that, all I would want to say is keep your mental health sane. Surround yourself with people who actually support you and help you and make you want to study more. So you stick to the class notes, don't do extra, and make sure you're like, when you don't feel like studying, maybe do a few questions or just go out and eat and come back and make sure you sit and study again. So
So I just want to ask one thing. You have a new college, right?
Yes.
You just started first batch, you're a first batch.
yes, sir.
So somebody starting with from a new college and first batch students who are passing out and doing so well in the exams, and I think your friend also Ajay has got a very good rank.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure your entire college, including your professors, everybody must be very proud of you.
Yes, sir.
We are also very proud.
Thank you, sir.
But I'm sure you are motivating, and see, once somebody breaks the dam, no, then the water will continue to flow.
Flows.
Once the door is open, it will be boosting all your juniors. So I think you've done a phenomenal job of motivating your juniors.
Thank you,
Any one thing that you want to tell your juniors? Ki do this, and this is what is required.
Study a little more, because I know the proximity of our college to Goa. So keep that in mind and also study little.
So be a little far away from beaches and Goa. Be more focused. You'll succeed well in life. Great. Please come.
Myself, Dr. Vishnu Denore. I have secured rank 482. I am from KIMS Hubli. And one thing I want to say is discipline is very important, because it's a long time. It's 7 to 8 months of journey. Every day you have to boost yourself, and at the end of the day, no need to think about 15 days or 1 month ahead, like you have to finish this much syllabus in 1 month. Just plan your day, and at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, you should be happy that this much I have read. That like it's not like just you read. At the end of the day, you should remember something like, today I have read this new thing. That will boost yourself, boosts your self confidence, which is very important, and you can plan things for the next day. That much is important. And one thing which I want to add on is please stick to your notes and do PYQs, which is very important. Like, not just PYQs, just knowing the answer and skipping up. You have to analyze things like, if you make a mistake, even if you have not read that question anywhere, how you could have made it right by analyzing things. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So basically, the approach to questions.
Yes.
And how to eliminate options.
Yes.
Anything you want to?
How many questions you used to? Matlab, how much time you are spending in solving questions?
In a day, what percentage of time on theory? What percentage of time on questions?
It's not whenever I felt bored, sir. Whenever I used to read, I thought that it's enough for the day. I'm not able to read now. I used to solve questions. When I make a mistake, I used to go back to notes. That time it made me interesting to. At that moment, this I have made mistake, I can read it up and I won't be making mistake again.
So I think that's a very, very good point. Whenever you get saturated of reading, then you do questions. When you make a mistake, you realize, you have to read, go back to the notes again and read. So I think really very, very logical approach. Very nice.
Thanks.
Please come.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Hinduja from WIMS Ballari, and I secured rank 107 in this NEET PG 2023. I'd like to suggest that, as everyone suggested, stick to the notes and don't add anything in the notes, because if you add also, you won't read that in the future. And stick to the PYQs, and if the topic is confusing, you can solve Q banks. Otherwise, you keep adding things which are in Q bank, which is absolutely not necessary. And keep revising notes. Thank you.
So I think very nice. Main point again everybody is stressing is that the notes are more than enough. Additional stuff will make it more voluminous, and we wanted to be more concise. And I think she highlighted a beautiful point that stick to PYQs, the notes, revise multiple times, and don't add unnecessary stuff. It'll not be of value. Actually, when you do question banks, you feel you don't know this point and it's not there in the notes, so you feel maybe this is important, we should add. But then later you realize that will not come in the exams. So I think that's a very valid point.
Just trust your teachers and
True.
have no FOMO, that's all.
Right. So I think all of you have given. I think you didn't tell any suggestion. Come. You missed out. Just you told your introduction.
Sir.
Yeah.
Means one thing is that we should keep things simple, sir. We should never complicate things, sir. Just so before INACT exam, I was also adding everything in the notes, sir, doing random question bank models and all. But after INACT exam, I got to know the value of notes, sir. Means everything. The question paper was when I was doing question paper, it was like. As if it was like Bhatia faculty sent the paper. It felt like that, sir. So
just to mention it, we are nowhere connected with questions.
Then I started trusting the notes completely, sir. I got to know the value.
Great. Actually, it's opposite. What we do is we see the previous paper questions and teach in our class. So the same topics repeat. That's the benefit why the questions are repeating, the topics are repeating. Anyway, anything else you would want to suggest? Any main advice to your juniors? Anybody feels to add anything? So everybody agrees class notes are more than enough.
Yes, sir.
Anybody feels we need anything else to do? No. Actually, before Dr. Nasir came in this arena, we used to read USMLE step on first aid. But once he came and his blessings came on the students, we realized we don't need anything else.
Sir, what I say is, first aid is next aid. First complete the class notes, do the PYQs. After that, if you have time, yes, you have to go through the first
mainly
aid.
The reason for first aid was micro. But micro, now that you have come, micro and biochem, yes, too. I think both are now being covered extensively in the classes, so we don't need anything more. So I think that's great. So all of us agree that class notes are more than enough. No need to add anything too much. And vibe, class notes, and the PYQs. I think this is where the focus should be. Great. So the point that people ask is, everybody read notes. What do you need to do in addition to reading notes? Did you do active recall or?
We should do MCQs, sir, because it improves our thought process very much. Doing MCQs is very important, sir.
Very important. So you feel 80-20 ratio is good? 80% theory, 20% question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything you want to add? Come. You were saying something. Come forward.
As I've already told, every day, first revision, what I did was 80-20 ratio. But second, third, my number of hours which I dedicated for the question bank increased, and the ratio became 60-40, then 50-50. But repeat the same thing again and again. Don't do anything extra. The FOMO will be there when you give GTs also, and give GTs as many as possible. I gave around 12 in total, but monthly once when you start, and after you do your first and second revision, 15 days once, 10 days once, please don't get demotivated when you see your score. Just you have to concentrate on if you're going wrong in the subject the topic which you've studied, that is more important than your score. And please don't get carried away by the GT questions, because they are all set by many people who are actually not setting the question paper. But I would really like to say that the GTs which we gave on Bhatia, especially the last GT which we gave, I felt the actual question paper was almost similar to the last GT which we gave. Sir.
Okay, so the GT was matching the actual exam.
Yes, sir. The quality of questions, it was matching the final paper. So, yes.
Great. I think everybody's added important
Sir,
suggestions.
he said last 10 days are very crucial. Come. What you did in last 10 days?
Actually, I took a break after 12 days in between. I don't want to add that, sorry. But 20 days are important, really important. You have to make sure that whatever you read, those 18 or 19 subjects, you have to make them as short as possible. You have to remember those stuff. You have to make sure that you cover those 19 subjects in 10 days. That's the main thing here. That's the main thing of revising notes. And also, for you have to practice questions. If you are not good in question bank, you have to practice question because
last 10 days you covered all the 19 subjects.
actually I covered in 15 days, sir.
15
all
days.
the subjects.
Okay. Did you solve any questions in last 15 days?
No, I didn't do. Actually, I didn't. I didn't even give mock test also because if you are not confident enough, you don't have to give. It's okay. If you have covered the syllabus and you are confident enough, you go and give. That will boost your confidence again, and you can and you make sure you again read those 19 subjects in last 5 days.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Because Bhatyagi allows you to revise those subjects in 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours. Those huge subjects in first year and second year, I did my revisions in 3 hours and 4 hours.
Okay.
That's the main thing. That's the only thing that helped me.
Did
And,
anybody benefit from that one-shot videos that were there on YouTube? Anybody saw?
Yes,
So much.
All of
Yeah,
you saw.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's thank you. That's,
Great. So I think we've been blessed as from previous years also. This year we've got top ranks in Bangalore from DBMCI. So I think many of them could not make it. We still have 7-8 people who we could not get today. So huge congratulations to everyone, and I hope all of you continue to do great in your career in the future. Any final words if anybody wants to add before I close? Yeah, come.
One thing I really liked about face-to-face classes from the live classes, which I have also attended because of my rural. In face-to-face classes, you will really get one thing is very crisp notes that you will also get in the live classes. But extra is like you will get some tips like some tips and some motivation which you will also get in the live classes, live online classes, but face to face it will be much better.
More intense.
More intense it will
More
be.
intense.
More interactive.
Actually, because
More interactive, yes.
it's more interactive when you
And
sit-
which is actually really necessary.
So face-to-face classes, more you can interact
Interactive,
more.
yes.
Second, you can concentrate more,
Yes.
and you can keep yourself in that energetic level for
Yes,
long
yes.
time, and you can grasp so many things for longer
Yes,
time.
yes. Before me attending the face-to-face classes, I always used to think that 12 hours to मैं तो नहीं बैठ सकता. I never used to sit for straight 12 hours classes, and I thought of taking live online classes. But like you will sit, you will definitely sit. The classes will be very interesting, not like your usual lecture halls. So. Yeah.
So the classes will be
And-
so interesting that you will not understand how the 12 hours.
Yes.
Okay. So I think when he meant live, it was online live classes. So he's comparing with that face to face. See, most important thing is when you are face to face, if you feel a little fatigued also in between, you can't go out. You're stuck over there. And more importantly, you'll see all your friends focused. You'll not feel like leaving. When you're online, after some time, very difficult. Discipline must be too much to continue. After some time, you'll take a break, and then it will be difficult to get back on track again. That's one of the big advantages of face to face. So I think anything else you want to add? Anybody else? Everything's done.
So in face-to-face classes, as you can't go out, you use your adrenaline rush. Seriously, use your adrenal gland, right? But in live classes, it is in your hand. So you just pause it or stop it, and you think I will do it later. So you cover more, right? You interact more, you understand more. So face-to-face classes are always better. Those who have experienced it, only they can understand it.
True. Okay, so thank you all. That's it from our side. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.